Velkommen til Podden, Stian Stinaldo, episode 192. Welcome to episode 192. Today I will be bringing you some knowledge forward from the monks, and it's regarding the unity of body, mind, and the spirit. And I'm also going to touch upon the importance of breath. And of this, I want to just say thank you and welcome. Have some coffee or water, relax, take care, and listen. The unity of body, mind, spirit. Shaolin monks live the ideal form of a balanced unity of body, mind, and spirit. Damo thought your mind can control your body and proved his Qigong exercise of Kung Fu that was possible to expand physical limits of the body. How else could the monks break iron bars on their heads, penetrate centimeter-thick slabs of concrete, or lie on spearheads without injury? All these exercises serve the monastery students as outer proof of inner maturity, and their teachers, it was a way of knowing that their students has achieved the state of perfect Qi control. Know that it would suggest that the readers try to imitate these exercises. Such control of the Qi requires years of concentrated training and meditation. Nevertheless, we should attempt to strive for a balanced unity of body, mind, and spirit, because we are in the West are headed for the exact opposite extreme. We have lost the ability to try perceive ourselves as a unity of body, mind, and spirit. We burden our bodies with improper nutrition. We pollute our minds with negative news, with garbage from the media and internet which drowns us. And we do not listen to the science as the language of our innermost self. We damage our bodies with stress and excessive strain, and many of us deny the existence of the spirit altogether. Life of the Shaolin monks avoid all of this, not only in the isolation of the monastery, but also in the daily life. Such while on tour, they reduce their daily routine to the bare essentials, as healthy diet, a balanced movement regime, and meditation. They do not watch TV, they do not make phone calls, they do read newspapers, they do not own laptops. They focus on one thing only, the perfect execution of their exercises. Compare this to your daily routine. How much distraction, how much unnecessary information, and how many worries of others do you allow into your life? How many things do you simultaneously do? How much stress do you inflict on your body by doing so? Driving, listening to the radio, being on the phone, and all of this at the same time. When you do treat yourself to a moment of silence, when was the last time, even it was only for a few minutes, you listened to the birds chirping or just looking at the starry night sky? Do you fall asleep in the evening fully exhausted after having burdened yourself with hours of watching TV, heavy food, alcohol, or other things? Or do you treat yourself with at least a few quiet minutes which you attempt to get in touch with yourself, to put thoughts in order and to listen within? Retreating into silence is amongst the easiest things you can do, without instruction, without a guru, without a course, without effort. You only need to muster discipline to take a bit of your time for yourself. The positive effect will come, provided you practice with regularity. Do not wait until your internal light has already turned red before you awaken, until your body shows signs of massive problems or your soul can no longer cope, and the noise of your thoughts become an innocent whirl. for those who will have reached a critical phase of overload, which is accompanied by a complete loss of the unity of body, mind, and the spirit. Medicine will diagnose a state of exhaustion, burnout, depression. It would, of course, be presumptuous and naive to expect to completely withdraw from life like the monks do. Nonetheless, try to be selective in the face of the daily influx of information streaming towards you and keep it within normal limits. Try to reduce or to completely eliminate the energetic toll alcohol and cigarettes takes on your body. Concentrate on yourself and take a bit of time to listen to and within your innermost self. Breathing means living. All beginnings are difficult. This is not only true for learning Kung Fu, but for all the things we begin in life. There is an old Chinese proverb that says every journey begins with the first step. So, Grandmaster Shi Di Cheng one day how I should start learning some of the easier exercises. Shi Di Cheng looked at me and said with a gentle smile, and I quote, "Every morning before the waking of the sun sit down with your face towards the rising sun, and for 2 hours breathe in deeply through your nose." "And after that?" I asked, driven by Western impatience and the notion that one could learn anything and everything in a short time, in a weekend seminar or an evening course. The master was still smiling when he said, and I quote, "Ask me again in 6 months." In his eyes I could see that he doubted my ability to persevere. Nevertheless, I intended to at least give it a try. He sat down across from me, closed his eyes, and began breathing. I followed suit. While directing my eyes and my attention inwards, I allowed the air to slowly flow into my nose. It filled my lungs. I pushed my diaphragm against my stomach, and I noticed that I was unable to inhale calmly and free from the stress. It took me a long time before I was able to breathe in air slowly and regularly, to hold my breath for a few seconds and then to exhale again slowly. I quote, "Feel how it fills your entire body, flowing through you and invigorating you, because breathing means living," end quote. The master encouraged me further and further to breathe more slowly and deeply. We are breathing from the very first moment of our lives to the very last. We can give up everything, but without breathing, we will die at once. Breathing is the source of life, he continued. We were given a strong or a weak key by our parents. This must be handled carefully. We can build up additional ki with training and a balanced diet. We can waste ki by smoking alcohol or a poor diet or not enough sleep. Among other things, we recognize people with a lot of ki is by their louder voice. If their voice falls or breaks, if people begin speaking quietly, then the energy of their life is beginning to wane. He made it clear to me that in our stressful lives we do not devote enough attention to our breathing. Our breathing is too flat, too superficial, too fast, and wastes energy. The more stress we have, the more hectically we speak and breathe. In other words, we pant in only as much air as absolutely necessary. When we get scared, it takes our breath away. When we get angry and feel nervous, we start to breathe faster and even more superficially. whereas in such situations we should be doing the exact opposite, namely to inhale deeply and release negative feelings on the exhale. People who by profession have an excellent breathing technique, especially singers, actors, grow much older. Make a commitment to breathe consciously at least once a day. Fill your entire organism with this life-giving energy and liberate yourself from all negativity, all worries, and all stress while exhaling. Consciously feel the flow of life. Use your imagination to guide you into the part of your body which requires strengthening or healing. Or, for example, breathe yourself to sleep by slowing down your breathing in a controlled manner, allowing peace to settle back inside yourself. But correct, deep, controlled breathing is the most important thing we can learn from the monks. It is prerequisite for a better, healthier, more energy-filled life. There is a good reason there is only one word for breathing and the energy in Chinese, namely qi, a word we will hear a lot more in the exercise. Thus, please breathe. Begin here and now. Breathe in deeply, again and again, consciously. When you feel well and when you feel poorly, when you are happy and when you are sad, simply breathe in deeply and consciously, always. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And the last one, listen, your best friend, your body. The Shaolin monks view their body as their greatest asset, as their best friend who should be listened to especially carefully. From the very beginning, they teach their students the holistic view of body, mind, and the spirit of which makes people human. For them, maintaining good health is the main objective. Should an illness arise in spite of this, they focus on identifying the cause rather than combating the symptoms. Their knowledge of the human bodies can be handed down orally for generations, and even today, farmers from the vicinity come to the monastery seeking advice and medical attention. In the cases, the monks apply methods of traditional Chinese medicine, such as acupressure, acupuncture, tai chi, cupping, as well as qigong, to restore the balance between yin and yang. In this case, yin represents the natural Yin represents the natural defense system of the body, while yang represents the illness or its cause. Yang can only take effect as long as yin is weakened. Successfully remedying this imbalance will enable the body, it will recover again quickly. The serious nerve disease is a very difficult thing to treat with conventional medicine. However, the monks have managed to completely restore brothers within just a few weeks. His ki is weakened with this, and withdrawing into himself almost totally for the advance of his healing process. When astonished, I ask for the reason for this rapid healing. Explain to me the personal responsibility of each human being bears for their outer shell, which was given to them for this life. One cannot delegate healing. He suggested one can only heal oneself. The diversity of people and their varying physical constructions are the reason for the absence of a single standard healing method which could be applied to all people. Everyone should know at least strive to know themselves best. This is the only way we can hear and understand what our body is trying to say. Thank you all for listening in. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's SSShow2020. And remember, you are loved. Thank you, peace and love.
Folk kan hate, så kan jeg elske. Jeg elsker det. Instagrammen min, SSShow2020. Du er elsket.